Thank you for visiting our channel. Please like, share and subscribe for more exciting food videos. In part 2, we're going to finish up our roasted tomato soup and make it extra creamy and flavorful. Let's get to it. Crafting the perfect roasted tomato soup. When it comes to comfort food, roasted tomato soup is hard to beat. It's a dish that combines simplicity with sophistication, and the secret to nailing it lies in the details. From selecting the right ingredients to blending techniques, each step adds its own layer of perfection. Let's take a closer look at how you can prepare a soup that's velvety, flavorful, and one you'll keep coming back to. Simple ingredients for maximum impact. The beauty of roasted tomato soup lies in its simplicity. With just a handful of ingredients, you can create something downright magical. But the key is focusing on quality and freshness. Here's what you'll need. Ripe tomatoes, your soup's foundation. Opt for varieties like Roma, vine-ripened, or heirloom tomatoes for their rich, meaty texture and vibrant flavor. Quality here is non-negotiable. Olive oil. A generous drizzle of good olive oil brings everything together, enhancing both the flavor and roasting process. Fresh garlic. Garlic adds a warm, savory undertone. Roast it alongside the tomatoes for a mild sweetness. Onion. Yellow or sweet onions provide a delicate, slightly sweet base flavor when sautéed. Vegetable or chicken stock. This is what turns roasted tomatoes into soup. Use low-sodium broths so you can control the seasoning. Sea salt and freshly cracked black pepper, simple seasonings that let the tomatoes shine. Fresh basil, optional, for added brightness, toss in fresh basil leaves. It's a classic pairing that never disappoints. When sourcing these ingredients, think farmers market or produce stands. The fresher, the better. The right ingredients are the backbone of deep, comforting flavor. Blending techniques for the ideal texture. A good roasted tomato soup has a texture that's silky smooth yet still feels homemade. How you blend your soup plays a big role in achieving this. There are two main tools to consider. High-powered blender. A countertop blender like a Vitamix gives you restaurant-worthy results. After roasting and simmering the tomatoes, add them to the blender in batches. Start on a lower speed to prevent splatters and blend until it's completely smooth. Immersion blender. For less mess, use an immersion blender directly in your pot. It's convenient and still yields a creamy texture, though it might not be as velvety as a traditional blender. Whichever tool you choose, there are two tips to keep in mind. Strain for extra smoothness. If silky texture is your goal, run the blended soup through a fine mesh sieve to remove seeds and any lingering bits of skin. This step is optional but worth it if you want top-tier results. Adjust consistency. After blending, return the soup to the pot and check its thickness. Too thick? Add a splash more broth. Too thin? Let it simmer on low to cook down. The goal is a creamy consistency that clings to your spoon, smooth but never watery, hearty but not chunky. Adding complementary flavors. While roasted tomato soup is delicious on its own, adding a few complementary ingredients can elevate it to something unforgettable. The key here is balance. Don't overpower the roasted tomato base, instead, enhance it. Here are a few ways to amplify your soup's flavor. Fresh herbs, basil, thyme, or oregano bring an earthy brightness to the soup. Tear up fresh leaves just before serving for a burst of aroma and flavor. Garlic variations. If you love garlic, consider adding roasted garlic cloves to the soup during blending. Their mellow sweetness pairs beautifully with the caramelized tomatoes. A splash of cream. For a richer, more indulgent soup, stir in a few tablespoons of heavy cream or coconut milk at the end. It softens the acidity of the tomatoes and creates a luxurious mouthfeel. Parmesan rind. Simmering the soup with a leftover parmesan rind is a clever way to infuse a nutty, savory depth. Just remove it before blending. Red pepper flakes. If you like a little heat, sprinkle in some crushed red pepper for a subtle kick that energizes the overall flavor profile. Balsamic vinegar. A drizzle of high-quality balsamic vinegar, just a teaspoon or two, adds complexity and balances the natural sweetness of the roasted tomatoes. Optional toppings like homemade croutons, a swirl of pesto, or even a dollop of sour cream can also take that first bite to the next level. Don't be afraid to get creative based on what you love. From selecting the best ingredients to perfecting the blending process and finishing with thoughtful accent flavors, crafting roasted tomato soup is equal parts simplicity and artistry. Each decision builds a bowl that's robust, comforting, and 100% satisfying. Serving suggestions and pairings. Roasted tomato soup is comforting on its own, but pairing it with the right sides and toppings takes it to another level. Whether you're hosting a dinner party or enjoying a quiet night in, these serving ideas will ensure every bite feels elevated and balanced. Garnishes to enhance presentation and flavor. Don't underestimate the power of a good garnish. Simple toppings can add texture, color, and extra flavor, making your soup both beautiful and irresistible. Here are some creative options to try. Crunchy croutons. Homemade croutons are a classic choice. Cube up day-old bread, toss with olive oil, garlic powder, and dried herbs, then bake until golden. They float beautifully in the soup and add a satisfying crunch. Fresh basil leaves. There's no better pairing for tomato soup than fresh basil. Tear a few leaves over the top just before serving for a vibrant, herbaceous finish that complements every spoonful. Drizzle of olive oil. A swirl of high-quality extra virgin olive oil not only looks elegant but also enhances the soup's richness. For a show-stopping presentation, choose an unfiltered oil with a deep, green hue. Parmesan cheese. Grate some fresh parmesan on top or sprinkle chunks of crispy parmesan crisps. It adds a salty, nutty contrast to the sweet roasted tomatoes. Sour cream or Greek yogurt. A dollop of sour cream or yogurt provides a creamy tang that tempers the acidity of the tomatoes and gives the dish a luscious finish. Toasted seeds or nuts. Sprinkle toasted sunflower seeds or pine nuts for unexpected texture and nuttiness. Chili flakes or hot sauce. If you like spice, a pinch of red pepper flakes or a drizzle of hot sauce can give the soup just the right kick. Mix and match these ideas to fit your mood or occasion. A simple garnish can elevate your tomato soup into something spectacular. Perfect pairings for a comforting meal. A great side dish completes the experience, turning your bowl of soup into a well-rounded meal. Here are a few perfect pairings that are easy to whip up and work seamlessly with roasted tomato soup. Grilled cheese sandwich, the ultimate companion for tomato soup. A golden, gooey grilled cheese not only contrasts with the soup's silky texture but also makes each bite feel indulgent. Use cheddar, Gouda, or even brie for a next-level pairing. Crusty artisan bread, a warm slice of crusty bread, whether it's a classic baguette or sourdough, is perfect for dunking. For an added treat, spread with butter or garlic before toasting. Garlic knots or breadsticks, soft, buttery garlic breadsticks are a flavorful alternative to plain bread. Their pillowy texture pairs beautifully with a hearty soup. Light salad, keep it fresh with a simple mixed green salad tossed in lemon vinaigrette. The tanginess of the dressing offsets the sweetness of the soup, creating a harmonious balance. Pesto pasta salad, If you want something a bit heartier, try a cold pesto pasta salad on the side. The basil and garlic notes in the salad echo the flavors in the soup for a cohesive meal. Roasted vegetables. A side of oven-roasted vegetables like zucchini, carrots, or bell peppers adds a healthy, hearty element to the meal. Feel like trying something different? Experiment with toppings and sides based on your personal taste. Whether you lean toward comfort foods like grilled cheese or lighter options like a crisp salad, roasted tomato soup pairs wonderfully with a variety of dishes. Thank you for watching. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe.